Welcome to Better Man. My name is Gabe, and today's video is all about the importance of self-accountability in life, the implications that's going to have on your personal self-growth and your pride and self-worth as an individual and a man. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. This channel is all about helping young men along the roads of their self-improvement journey. Again, today's video is all about accountability. Now, accountability is something that is crucial, and I can proudly say that it's something that I have really instilled in my own character and I apply throughout my life very well. There's definitely many areas I need to improve on a lot, but this is an area that I really feel strongly that I have a good foundation with. And as such, it's benefited me in many ways. So let me just give a brief overview of what accountability is, the different areas it applies, and the importance of applying it in your own life and the implications that has. So for me, accountability is simply taking ownership for your actions. It doesn't matter who's telling you about giving you this feedback. It doesn't matter how it makes you feel to hear this feedback. It doesn't matter the situation where it happened. It's simply a matter of being able to objectively take ownership when you did something wrong, when you did something right, when you did something out of congruence with your values. Let me give an example. If I am interacting with customers, with my clients, and they tell me, Gabe, I would really appreciate if, next time, you spoke to me a little differently. I felt a little offended, when this happened, and, you just came off a little aggressively, whatever. I'm instinctually, naturally, as a human being, going to want to maybe push that away, assume that, that's their perspective, there's something going on with them. The accountability mindset is about initially looking at what they're saying and trying to empathize with where they're coming from. Saying, okay, I hear you, like thinking about that, and then reflecting on where it's accurate within you. Because a lot of times people are going to tell you things. You can have people who really want the worst for you make a comment to you about, you need to improve at this, you do this wrong, and their mission objective is just to make you feel bad and tear you down. You can have a person who really wants the best for you tell you, you need to improve at this, you need to be better. But when you're able to really objectively detach and just look at the facts and self-reflect, it doesn't matter who it comes from. It's simply, do they have a point and can I improve? And that can be really tough because it's easy to get defensive. And you're not always going to take accountability in the moment. But it's important, it's crucial to be able to sit back and reflect and say, maybe I don't like this person. Maybe I really respect them. Like, whatever the fact, what did they say? Can I think about this and identify, is there truth in their statement? And if so, I need to accept that this is an area that I need to improve, I need to fix, I need to refine. And that goes for successes as well. And this is where self-worth and pride comes in. When I know that, okay, if I do something that's out of line, that's not, consistent with the character and the integrity that I expect myself to have, okay, that's a problem. But when I take ownership with that and say, I'm going to work to correct this, to improve it, I am keeping that integrity with myself because no one's perfect. But as long as you can accept that and try to improve, that's the best we can do. On the other end, when I have a success, if I do something really well and somebody tells me that, or even they don't tell me that, and I just realize it, and I take accountability for that, that's the greatest feeling. It's the greatest feeling to know, like, deep down, this is how I expect myself to act in these situations. This is the standard that I set myself with how hard I work in my business. This is the standard that I set for myself for how I act with members of the opposite sex, how I communicate, the standards I have, the women that I associate with, the people that I hang out with, whatever. When you take full accountability for that, you just feel so prideful and so good. And it really boosts your trajectory because you start to realize you are a person of high value, high integrity. And why would you hang out with any less? Why would you associate with any less? You are a person of high standards and high self-worth. And as far as improving in like business or improving on your self-improvement journey, again, accountability is so key, because how do you know to improve at something if you won't take accountability that you have lack in it, that you have deficits, that you need to potentially improve? And I remember, there's been a lot of times in my life when somebody told me something that was really uncomfortable about, like, I would have done this instead of that, and it didn't feel good, and I had to sit there and breathe through it and calm myself down and remember, like, they're not attacking me. Like, this doesn't mean I'm a good or bad person. They're just giving me feedback. And because I was able to not get overwhelmed with emotion and become defensive, ultimately I implemented their advice and it improved my success faster. And that's really the goal. And lastly, the most important thing about being someone who takes extreme accountability is the self-respect you have, because you know that you are a person of integrity. And it's the best feeling, right? To know that I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to do things wrong, but ultimately I'm always going to own up to what I did wrong, but also what I did right. And because of that, I respect myself. And as a result of that, other people are going to respect you too. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to forgive you if you make mistakes, but that's not what it's about. There's going to be an underlying respect that other people of high integrity and high value have for you, because accountability is really a high value characteristic. High value is a term that gets thrown around a lot, right? And people equate it with being rich and handsome and all these things. But I think character is really some of the more high value things you can look at. And when you're a person of accountability, when you make a mistake and you say, look, I made this mistake, I'm sorry that happened, this is how I'm going to correct it, and I'm going to make my best effort for it not to happen in the future. A person of really high value, of high standards, who is, successful and has a really, growth-oriented mindset, they just want to improve. They just want the best out of situations. So they're not going to hold you to that. They're not going to go, yeah, what did you... They're going to say, okay, wow, he made the mistake. He acknowledged it. This is what he's doing to take ownership for it. That's all I can ask. I respect that. And that is how you build that tribe. That is one element of how you build a tribe of really, people around you who also have high integrity for themselves. They're going to see how you act in these situations. They're going to respect it and know that, okay, this is a person I can trust. This is a person who he could do something wrong that affects me and I would never know, and he would come out and he would admit it, he would explain it to me, and I have full trust in this person. And that is so key, to have that respect from other people. And you know what? A lot of people might hold it over you. If you take accountability for something, a lot of people might try to use that against you, but those are people of low integrity. Those are people that we don't want to have their respect. Like, their respect means nothing to us, because why do you care if somebody respects you or likes you when you don't respect them, when you don't respect their values that they hold for themselves, the way they live out their purpose in the world? So that's what I wanted to come here and say. Accountability is crucial, and I've just been really reflecting that a lot recently, because there's been situations in the recent month where, I had some situations where, I was faced with areas where I had to take accountability, and I also interacted with other people where they should have taken accountability and they didn't, and I did. And I walked away from that situation feeling proud and good about it, that, look, I did what I needed to do in that situation. I can't control others. I'm proud of myself, and that's it. So it's the best feeling to have. I hope you guys could take away something from this video. I hope it wasn't too rambly. I'm just really, really excited and passionate just to be able to come on here and share my experiences and my knowledge with other men who are like-minded and really want to improve themselves as well. It's really gratifying for me, and I'm excited to hopefully build a larger community that we can together improve ourselves and build each other up. So thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.